Hi everyone from Android Pit, my name is Jessica. And who are you?
I'm Pierre, I'm working with you.
Yeah, he is Pierre from France, you can see that from the outfit. Only the baguette is missing, but we are here today to talk about
the Huawei P20 Pro, the latest flagship of Huawei. Maybe you all know that Huawei presented the latest flagship last week in Paris, in the Grand Palais. It was like a big event, you were there?
Yeah, it was a really big event. There was the international press, and as you probably already know, Huawei released the P20 Light that was already in the market in Europe, P20 Pro, and Huawei made RS Porsche design. But today we only have here the P20 Pro.
Yeah.
Which is actually the main phone, no? And one of the major feature is the camera, because for the first time we have in a smartphone 3 sensors in the back. It looks like a bit like a traffic light, but actually the design is pretty similar to the one of the iPhone X.
Yeah, like if you look at the design, like of course we can see like the notch. If I just turn on the screen, the notch, so maybe some users like it, some others don't. Personally, I'm not a big fan because I think they copy again Apple, but that's my opinion. But some others.
Well, I think that talking about that, we can say, a lot of people say that the Huawei P20 Pro is quite similar to the iPhone X, and one of the reasons is the notch. We can say yes, it's true, but also we have to recognize that a lot of brands and phones in 2018 are showing the notch. So it will not be only the iPhone X, it's not only the Huawei P20 Pro, but more and more phones decided to implement this feature. Also, actually we have to say the Essential phone was the first phone actually to offer this feature, no? But what do you think about the design? Do you like it or not?
The design is nice. I mean, if I compare maybe to the latest flagship like launched in the 2018, I mean, it's quite good. I mean, the quality is there. I mean, the build quality is really good. And Huawei just launched 3 colors for the P20 Pro. There is the black version, the blue version that I have now in my hand, and there is a beautiful color, I have to admit, which is called Twilight.
Yeah.
And it's like a purple, greenish.
With really nice light effects on the back.
So it's nice. Sadly, as you know, that this device is not available in the US.
No, not for the moment. We don't know what will happen in the future. But I mean, personally, I hope for you guys that you will have the chance to have it in your market, because I think that it's a really good phone. And in the meanwhile, as you probably know, we start to test the phone, so you can find already on our website some part of our review. So I already tested the autonomy of the phone, the display, and I can tell you about the battery, for example, is one of the strengths of the phone. But wait, we have some questions. So first of all, we have Luca de Say, really handsome Frenchman, show us some nice camera tricks. And then, does the notch hide when a video is playing?
So maybe we can do a demonstration.
Yeah, first of all, about the notch, I want to answer to this question. The phone when you are playing, for example, a game or you launch an app, the phone automatically will decide if to hide the notch or not. It depends. For example, with Asphalt 8 and Real Racing 3, I was playing and the notch is hidden, so you will not have it in the middle. But for example, with Instagram, the notch is there. So with the stories. You will not be able to see the upper part of the on screen. And there is no, at least I didn't find it yet. I will play a little bit more, I will check better in the settings, but I didn't find a feature in the settings that will let you, you can hide the notch from the beginning, but there is not a dedicated feature for like a specific game and so on, as you can find it, for example, in the Sony Xperia XZ2. But let's play a video.
Yeah, I already played the video.
You did it? Okay, perfect.
Maybe I can just show, like in the software part, you can hide the notch if you don't like it, like this.
Oh. So you will have a black bar on the top. This is how the notch will disappear.
So this is a feature that a lot of users are asking for. I mean, for example, we saw this week that the OnePlus 6 will have the notch also. And users were complaining on their website about the possibility, not to deactivate the notch. And Pete Lowe, one of the founder of the company, replied and said that the feature will be available in an update after the launch. So that's something that Huawei, I mean, they give the possibility already to the users to hide the notch or to choose.
And one question is about the FM radio. No, the Huawei P20 Pro doesn't have it, so it's not pre-installed on the phone.
Yeah, and also one of the reasons is usually when you have the FM radio, you just use the headphones as like antenna. As you can see, I have the Mate 10 Pro now in my head.
Also in your head.
And as you can see, there is no, like the Mate 10 Pro, there is no headphones, sadly. So for me, it's a kind of bad, because even if I don't use everyday headphones, I mean, it's nice to have like the possibility sometimes, just in case of emergency, to plug them. So you just need to think about having like a wireless or headphones.
Unfortunately, yes. You cannot plug your headphones on the P20 Pro. We have another question, which is about the interface, if there are some improvements. So my personal opinion, you have to consider that the unit that we are testing is one pre-production. So using the phone, I mean, the performance in general really good. The phone is fast, but sometimes I just realized that with some apps, like it was crashing a little bit, but nothing so bad and not so often. About the
so this is Android Oreo in the 8.1 with the latest version of MI.
Yeah, but I have to say that there are not so many new things from the interface part. Probably is the aspect that Huawei should improve more on this phone, because also answering to another question about the battery life, I can tell you that the Huawei P20 Pro has a battery of 4,000 milliampere, which offer a really good also autonomy. So we tested in the benchmark test, we had a result of 9 hours 33 minutes, so it's good. But just using the phone, normally I can tell you that usually I was able to arrive at the end of the day with around the 20% using the phone, messaging, emails, Facebook, Instagram, calling, and also playing a lot with the camera, because we are also testing the camera. And I also managed to arrive to the day after with around like the 18% of charge. So it's a good battery, and also we have the supercharge technology, so also to charge the phone is quite fast. I think, if I'm not wrong, I managed to get in 30 minutes around like the 55-58%. So you can charge it pretty easily. Because
you are using it since 1 week now, compared to the Galaxy S9, which is like the main flagship now in the Android world, which one do you prefer?
In terms of
everything, if you have to choose one.
From a design point of view, I prefer the Huawei P20 Pro, but also I have to say that I was quite disappointed by Samsung this year, because I didn't see nothing so special. Also, I mean, the battery also in the new Samsung is improved compared to the previous generation, but still is performing less than the battery of the P20 Pro. In our website you can find the two different tests. Another question is about the always on display.
Yeah.
We can show it to him. So yes, it's available, but first of all you will find it is hidden in the settings, and we can show you. It is not in the display part, but in security and privacy. Yeah, it's there. Then you have to go to screen lock and passwords. Always display information, so you will not find it under always on display, but it's there, and it's kind of basic. No, you also have been using the S9 and also the V30 from LG, and you can see that on the P20 Pro you can check the time, the date, and also the charge of the battery, but not notification.
I can show, like, I have the V30 in my hand, so you can see the difference between the two screens and between the two systems of the always on. I have to wait. And no notch on the V30.
No notch in the V30, and not even in the V30S Thinq, which was released in Barcelona. But also answering to another question related with the comparison with the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus and the P20 Pro. What I wanna say, I already forgot. No.
What do you want to say?
I don't remember. I was going to. Yes, I remember now. Also, if you have the two phones in your hands, and if you just play a bit in the settings, or you just go from one app to the other one, you will see how the P20 Pro is more responsive. It's a little bit faster. But we also have to say that the P20 Pro has a Kirin 970, which is a chip that was released the previous year, 2017.
That's like the Mate 10 Pro. That's the same specs as the Mate 10 Pro.
It's the same chipset.
6 GB of RAM, and as you said, the same chipset. And also we have the NPU, the artificial intelligence, also inside of the P20 Pro. But I have to admit that for me it's mainly marketing stuff than really like a strong game changer in the smartphone.
I think that artificial intelligence now, I mean, playing with the P20 Pro, you can see the results in the camera. When you are using the camera, you can see something. Of course, now, as also tech journalists, we are expecting something more. We would like to see something more also for the users, no? But you can see the artificial intelligence playing, because when you point the camera on an object, even like if you're on an outdoor, I was taking some picture with my parents in Prague, and you could see blue sky and the portrait mode just automatically set it in. So you can see how it plays with the camera, and the quality of the picture also is really good. We have some questions.
Ask.
Do you think Huawei will hold a conference to prove that they are not spying in the US? I don't know.
Good question.
Yeah.
I think Huawei has to deal, maybe or China has to deal with the US first before to see Huawei maybe holding a press conference. I mean, we all know that it's a complicated topic.
Yeah.
And it won't be solved like maybe in the next months, because it seems like a big issue for the US. So it's hard to say now.
It's hard to say if they will have a conference also, because also to prove something like that, I mean, I think that it's a kind of complicated process. We can also say that at the same time Huawei is selling its phones in I think 170 countries, if I'm not wrong. Anyway, in several countries. And till now, nobody complained. I mean, nothing happened like in the US. We know that it's two different countries. Politics is pretty involved in this question, and so I don't know. I don't think that they will hold a conference soon, but let's see. If could be like the solution to this problem, why not?
Yeah, I think. I don't know, I'm not super optimistic about Huawei in the US, like in the short term, but let's see if in the long term they will find a solution. But I think it's a complicated matter.
Yeah. And talking about the camera, I can tell you that using the phone, the camera is really good, especially with the, we already know that black and white is one of the strengths of Huawei.
We have also the same partnership as the previous year with the German Leica company. Yeah,
so it's still there, and the portrait mode is really good. And also, if you want to take some picture at night, but you don't have a tripod or any other support, you can do it with your free hands. And the results are still good. The details are there, so we will show you. We already have some picture in our article.
Yeah, don't hesitate to go on our website androidbit.com. We have already published like a full camera review.
Yeah.
And we will publish like next week the display review, and also a lot of articles around the device. So
yeah, I think the display test is already on com, but you will find all the details. In the meanwhile, if you have other question, you can let us know. We can maybe show them some picture. Wait, no. I will select the picture just to show you the quality of, for example, portrait. In the meanwhile, can you tell us what you like more?
I mean, the Huawei P20 Pro just shows one thing, is that Huawei now is on the top of the market, and they don't have anything to be jealous of Apple or even Samsung. So I mean, it's a nice step from the Chinese manufacturer, but still I think they can still do more. And in terms of design, if the design is really good, I like it. Still, it's not as original as it should be for a flagship
Yeah,
device.
yeah.
Like the iPhone 10 was, or maybe the Samsung Galaxy S8 or S9 now.
I think that the decision to release the phone in the Twilight version was like a try also to make the P20 Pro like original, different from the competition. Oops.
So who are these people?
The family. So as you can see, this one is a portrait in black and white. I can tell you that my mother took the picture, so she's not able to set any specific mode, but the phone in automatic just set the portrait mode, and you can see also all the details, even the hair and so on. So it's definitely a really nice shot. So what they do is that even if you don't want to spend a lot of time just checking the settings in the camera, you don't want to play a lot with the Pro mode, you can still have a really good picture even at night.
So do you think there is a value to have 3 sensors in the smartphone compared to what we know from so far with the other smartphone with only 2 sensors?
I think that we need to test it better and to compare the results. I can see that the camera is improved compared to the P10 Plus, for example. So Huawei did a good job. Now, if it's a matter of marketing, I mean, if I check the quality of the picture, I can say, no, I think that it's not just marketing. Then, if we could get the same results, even with the 2 sensors instead of 3, just play with something else, I don't know yet. But we can see, we would like to compare better the P20 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus camera, because at the moment they are the 2 most popular flagship in the market, and also both the 2 brands are playing a lot from the marketing perspective with the camera, and also apparently that's what they did in the recent year. They were trying to improve the camera. So we have Basti that is saying stop, shut
Maybe
up.
one last question. Do you have any idea about raw files photo that P20 Pro takes and their size instead of megabytes?
No, I didn't check it. Yet, but I will do it, and I will.
We will reply in the comments.
Yes, in the review. Yeah.
I'm just showing you last stuff before maybe finishing it. Just like I have the P20 Light, just to see the difference between the P20 Pro and the P20 Light. Of course, it's not the same price. It's $369 for the P20 Light and $899 for the P20 Pro.
Euros so we are talking about prices in Europe and in Europe.
But I mean, we still have the same notch, and of course, the P20 Pro is the only smartphone to have like the 3 cameras at the back.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So nothing, just guys, don't forget to check out androidpit.com and our YouTube channel.
Yeah, subscribe it. Thanks for watching us again.
Yeah, feel free to ask any question in our article on just behind the video, and we will reply to you in our full review and in every single article. No?
We wish you a pleasant day, a pleasant weekend, of course, and we see you next week.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Bye.